Happy February 25th, JLD here, and welcome to Strategy Today. In this show, we talk about the Bitcoin bloodbath. We talk about BTC's fear and greed index. We have an update about strategy overall, and then a message from Michael Saylor, as well as a video clip from Michael Saylor about rule number 10 of Bitcoin. This video is not financial advice, but please do comment below. What are you thinking? How are you dealing with the current bloodbath that is Bitcoin right now? Is this just a dip? Is this a bigger correction? What are your thoughts? Where are you watching from? We're in this together, my friends. So let's keep the conversations going and let's dive on in. First post is a message from Michael Saylor, and we have another message from Michael Saylor, by the way, at the end of this segment as well. But this message is, I'm not selling. And those are diamond hands. Those are diamond hands. So Michael Saylor, lead the way. This is a post from Bitcoin Archive. Just in, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index plunges to 25. Fear. And this is, by the way, when Bitcoin was at 89,462. At the time of recording, we're actually somewhere in the 87s. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is even a little bit lower in this moment. So right now we're at 25 on the fear and greed. And by the way, this is about where I love to buy, somewhere in this section. So let's go. Another post from Michael Saylor. Strategy has acquired 20,356 Bitcoin for almost $2 billion at $97,514 per Bitcoin. It has achieved a Bitcoin yield of 6.9% in year-to-date 2025. As of 2/23/2025, we HODL 499,096 Bitcoin, acquired for $33 billion at 66,000 plus per Bitcoin. MSTR. So we're already at basically 7% Bitcoin yield. That means we're basically halfway to the 15% goal, and we're only 2 months in. So again, under promising, over delivering. Michael Saylor, thank you for that. This strategy, accumulation speed update. Since our first purchase, Strategy has increased its Bitcoin balance by 2,327%. It went from 21,000 Bitcoin to 499,000 Bitcoin. Since our first purchase, Bitcoin price has grown 840% from 11,000 and change to 109,000 and change. The Bitcoin accumulation speed went from 2327 divided by 840. That's 2.77. So that's the Bitcoin accumulation speed, 2.77. That means Strategy is growing its Bitcoin stack more than 2.7x faster than Bitcoin is increasing in price. This is a fire post, BitStrategy, who also shares, a lot of people are calling strategy investors stupid for buying the top in November of 2024, just like many people called Saylor stupid for buying the Bitcoin top in November of 2022. Investing is not the same as trading. Bitcoiners hate to hear this, but investing in Bitcoin and investing in tech monopolies is very similar. Ignore short-term volatility. Don't try to time the market. Have a time horizon of 10 years plus. If you don't like this, the price movement will F with you. Pardon my French. The playbook couldn't be any simpler, but not everyone is fit enough to take the fields. BitStrategy. Another post is, thinking we eventually revert to a one-to-one MNAV is the equivalent of saying there is zero value in holding the largest Bitcoin treasury beyond the underlying value of the Bitcoin. There is clearly enormous value in holding the largest Bitcoin treasury. The status alone has enormous weight. For example, anytime Saylor posts, it receives a great deal of engagement, millions of views. If he did not own all the Bitcoin and own his strategy shares, he would not get this engagement and attention. He does not have 4.1 million followers from charisma alone. It's because he has the most Bitcoin. Saylor's engagement and status is a direct result of his position in the Bitcoin industry. There is enormous marketing value to having engagement on the level of Saylor. If Saylor becomes the richest man in the world due to Bitcoin success, his status and the status of his company would be elevated yet again. This is just one minor example of the additional value Strategy derives from owning Bitcoin beyond its market value. It is another reason why one Bitcoin at Strategy is worth more than one Bitcoin elsewhere. Boom. and Matt shares, over the last year, there have been 4 days that would have destroyed your returns if you panicked. It doesn't matter what your entry price is. What matters is how you handle the crazy downward vol. May 1st of 2024, August 5th of 2024, December 31st of 2024, today, which was yesterday, February 24th, 2025. And maybe if he was to update this, he would put today again, February 25th. We'll see how this plays out. I think the summation from Matt here is don't panic. The Bitcoin therapist says, if you're in MSTR and you're scared right now, remember this. Cantor Fitzgerald bought 1 billion of MSTR in Q4 last year and is down considerably on a 40% portfolio position. Be confident and move with conviction. Smart money is preparing for the bull run. BitStrategy says, dear MSTR bears, by this same logic, you shouldn't hold Bitcoin in a bear market either. It would be better to hold fiat, as sometimes holding Bitcoin can mean a big drawdown. This mentality of timing cycles resulting in taking one's eye off the big prize. This is why Saylor built the stack he has. He wasn't worried about sitting on losses during bear markets. Being a long-term strategy investor is the same. My time horizon is 10 years plus. Our multiple will eventually expand to double digits. Steady, consistent accumulation, agnostic of short-term price movements is critical to investing in tech monopolies. Saylor 101. Kind regards, MSTR Bull. And Saylor's message to us, Bitcoin is on sale. And as of yesterday, they had 1.2 million views. I'm sure it's a lot more now. So, Saylor, keep on trucking and bring us rule number 10 of Bitcoin.
You know, when you embrace Bitcoin, you realize that your entire world is defined by a bunch of synthetic metrics. The CPI might come in as this, and the PPI might be that, and the employment rate is 2% or 3%, even though half of you don't have a job, and the ones that have a job aren't making as much as they were making, and everything costs 50% more. But the GDP is this, and the nominal GDP looks like that. But of course, we use the market basket of synthetic crap you don't want to buy to calculate the nominal and the real GDP. That's the matrix. You're living in the matrix. And rule number 10 is very simple. It's tickets to escape the matrix are priced in Bitcoin. You don't have Bitcoin, you cannot buy your way out of the matrix. And until you understand that you need to buy your way out of the matrix with Bitcoin, you don't understand the matrix and you don't understand Bitcoin.
And there you have it, another episode of Strategy Today. And as I do every trading day, I'm going to share with you my purchase from yesterday at $283, $210 purchase for a 0.742 share of MSTR as I continue to dollar cost average every trading day of 2025, sharing you my whole portfolio on video every single Sunday. So make sure to tune in to that as well. And then because it is Tuesday, it's Tracker Tuesday, so we're going to move over to strategy.com. We're looking at the shares tab today. You can see this is the assumed diluted shares outstanding. And this just gives you the total Bitcoin holdings, the shares outstanding, Class A, Class B, all the converts. I mean, Strategy is just giving everybody so much knowledge, so much information, just open arms transparency on what they're doing, how they're doing it. It's really just awesome to see that a corporation like this is just putting everything out there in the universe. This is going to pay big dividends, in my opinion, down the line. And please do remember that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if 4 of those people that you're spending time with are all pessimistic, doomers and gloomers and Debbie Downers and Don Doolittles, you're going to be a little overstressed because these are challenging times. Bitcoin is going to challenge us very often. It's incredibly volatile. And of course, MSTR is volatility stacked on top of that volatility. So remember that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Curate those people as well as you can. I'm glad that I'm one of those people. I'm honored to be one of those people for you in this segment of time today. So thank you for that. Comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Again, like I said at the beginning, we're in this together. Those comment sections can be great places to have great conversations. Thank you for your likes, for your shares. And until next time, remember, there is no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.